because I just ran from the records that we have on our computer here. I ran through the amount that you had given over the time that you've been here. I go, oh, okay. He says, you could have bought a house. Could have. But I never missed it. I was able to bless God. I was able to bless the kingdom of God.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
I'm not the only one. There's others that could probably say much the same. We could have bought a house with that money. We could have done it. You could have. You could have lived in the world system.
Yeah.
If that's your habit. Or you could turn around and you could say, we're blessed. I am blessed because I've been able to release to God that portion. Your giving, your savings, and probably just as importantly, your spending habits have most likely created your present financial state. Well, if I made more, I could save. No, you save, and then you make more. It's the fact, in most things in life, you take the step first, and then you find out how it works. If you're going to wait until you can do it, you'll never have kids.
Great.
It's true. So true.
Well, that's probably the wrong way to say that. You can wait until you afford them. David and Melissa are getting married. We're just going through the thing. One of the texts is as children. The question is asked, should you wait until you can afford children? If you're going to wait until you can afford children, you'll never have kids. I'm sure. You can't ever afford them. You find out it costs you something like $8 million to raise them, and you put them through college now. So go ahead, have 6. Is this good? That's good work. Your giving, your saving, and most likely your spending habits have probably ended up creating your present financial state. See, there's some people that will always live with tomorrow's paycheck. It's a habit they have. By the time their paycheck comes, they no longer have to wonder about where they're going to spend it. It's already spent. They're looking for tomorrow's paycheck. There's people that instead of building up any equity anywhere, will suck out every cent of equity that they have and blow it on needless stuff, and then can't figure out why they can never get ahead. And the mortgage goes up and up and up. Ron shared with me a little while ago, we were talking some of the things he's taken into some financial things. He says, rich people, now let me see if I get this straight. Rich people invest in assets. Middle class people invest in liabilities. And poor people invest in trinkets. Rich people, see, a house is an asset. You're paying your mortgage and you're paying 3 times or 6 times what the house is worth by the time you got it paid off. But it's an asset because by the time you move out of there, you can get money back out of it. So rich people invest in assets. Middle class people will invest in liabilities. What's a liability? A liability is that new car that you have to have and which you're just going to the state to do everything you can to get that car because that's the car. It's not going to make money for you. You're making payments on it, but it's losing value. So your house is going up in value, your car's going down. I was not very old when my father told me, he said, a car is never going to make money for you. And I thought, you don't know, I might want to be a traveling salesman. I never was. And it says, poor people invest in trinkets. That was brought so home to me. We went, Pastor Jerry and myself went to Canadian Tire. We met a couple that we know, and we know them quite well. That's okay, Al. This isn't a shot. That wasn't Al. And we went to Canadian Tire. We got a couple that we would definitely have considered to be on the poor scale. We knew that they were fighting just to keep a roof over their head. We knew they were fighting to get groceries. We knew that they weren't. And if you got a handful of stuff, a cart full of stuff. Well, the handfuls in front I saw first. Hey, look at this. What do you think of this? A remote sensor for temperatures. What do you need that for? Well, it's only $23 now. They're on sale. I said, I used to use a thermometer when I wanted to know what temperature it was. Got them free at hometown. Trinkets. Oh yeah, but look at this, look at this. It's got like whatever, dooby hickeys and it jumps. Yeah. And what do you need that for? Trinkets. You know it's broken within a week.
Yeah.
Made in Korea, I should tell you something. What do you want it for? Trinkets. It's a waste of money. Yeah, but it's only $5, it's only $10, it's only $20. Exactly, but it's $5, $10, and $20 that you're diving yourself to death. Why do you think they put the magazines right by the checkout counter? Well, they're only $6.75. Yeah, and they used to be $1.25. And they weren't worth any more then. Yeah. 600-year-old woman has a baby. Wow. You got to read that. This is for minds that need to know. And we can't figure out, yeah, but it's only $6 or whatever they are. I don't even know what they are now. And do you honestly think that a 73-year-old grandma delivered a perfectly healthy 40-pound baby boy? Do you honestly believe that? You're reading fiction. You don't need to go pay for it. And it's a spending habit that's developed a financial condition that you're in. Unrestrained spending is going to bring you to the point where you're going to wish you had something and you're not. Well, the very same thing is true speaking spiritually. The spiritual condition you are in now is that, oh, Pastor, you meddling now.
Good, I don't have it.
The spiritual condition that you are in today is a result of your habits.
Yes.
Well, I don't like reading my Bible. So don't. Well, I don't think prayer is, I just never seem to be able to pray. Church attendance isn't important. You don't have to go to church to be a Christian. No, you don't have to go to church to be a Christian. You're right. But what are you developing?
Come on.
What habit are you growing? Do it often enough. It will be a habit. Oh, it won't be a habit where you quit going to church. It'll be a habit where you're going to find reasons where I shouldn't have to go this time. And now I've been 3 weeks in a row, so I should be able to take another one off. And now I've come for another 2 weeks in a row, so I should be able to take another one. And now I went last week. Well, I've only missed 3 weeks. I don't know why they would think I didn't want to go to church. Well, it's the summer. Once summer is over, then we'll go back. You develop a habit. You develop a habit. The place that you are today, you're in church this morning. Most of you are in church this morning because you either have developed or are in the process of developing habits of going to church. If you do it long enough, you're going to come to the point where you don't go to church Sunday, you say something's missing.
Yes.
It doesn't feel like Sunday. I don't know what's wrong. What day is it today? Is it Saturday? How can I be going to church? How can I go to work tomorrow? Tomorrow's not a work day, and something is missing in my life. You're going to develop a habit where when you get down to eat and you forget to eat, your kids are going to go, didn't we forget something? What, there's the food? What do you... We didn't say grace. Why? Because they developed a habit. Then all of a sudden you got your kids saying, these people, they don't pray before they eat. Is there something wrong with them?
Yes, there is.
Yes. Oh, big time. And you develop the habit. Your spiritual condition today is a result of the habits that you have formed. If you have developed a habit of getting up in the morning and spending time in the Word, spending time in prayer before you go to work, that habit, when you stop doing it, feels like something is missing. Now, after 28 days, you can undo that habit.